Roy
Lindsay.
and
Lindsay.
Lindsay. Where are you guys originally from?
Born in Glasgow, Kentucky. Lived in Eustis. Went from Eustis to Kissimmee. And then from Kissimmee, we went to, where was the senior? The
Huh?
Villages. The Villages. And then from there, we
Las
went
Vegas.
to Las Vegas. Then we went to Bakersfield, California. Then we went to Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara, that was.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah.
Santa Barbara was
High
good.
dollar.
We got to sleep on the beach. That didn't bother us. But walk down the street and they charge you $35 on the spot for smoking.
Oh, they have like a city ordinance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
city ordinance.
No smoking city ordinance.
But they'll sell them at the store, but there's a city ordinance of $35 on the spot. But they excuse the tourists, but people that regularly stay there, they don't do it. And it's got a good reasons to keep the overburdening of activity building up. So if you keep somebody under control, it keeps them under control for other things.
Okay. Santa Barbara is gorgeous.
Yeah, it was. It was really nice.
Is that
I
the
didn't
coolest
wanna
place
leave.
you guys have lived
Yeah.
together?
Yeah, that was
I
pretty
didn't want
nice.
to leave.
Yeah, because it was nice sleeping on the beach because nobody bothered us.
Especially during the harvest moon, you was able to see how pretty it was.
Yeah,
It was nice over there.
Were the people friendly or no?
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they were very friendly.
Yeah.
And then from that point, we went to Nashville, Tennessee. Stayed there for a while. That was pretty nice. We went to all the outskirts of the outside of Nashville.
We didn't stay downtown. It was
Downtown was kind of rough.
Yeah,
But
it
you
is.
got on the outskirts, it was nice. Nobody bothered you.
Murfreesboro. There's a lot of
Yeah.
nice little suburbs.
Yeah.
You guys have, and all that being homeless, or you guys? Were,
Yeah, all homeless.
all homeless.
So you guys have
Sleeping.
been homeless in places I couldn't afford to live with money.
We did a lot of panhandling.
Lot of
Yeah.
Asking
panhandling.
people for money, flying signs.
What is the most generous city you guys have panhandled in?
Um,
Where
the
people,
villages.
the villages?
The villages.
Wow, interesting.
We would just sit at a Publix at a bench,
With the
and
sign
people
next
walk
to our
with a
feet.
sign next to our feet, or even without a
That we
sign.
had was
$20 bills
left
left and right.
Wow.
We didn't even ask, and then we would put
Wow.
the sign. Some
But
people
we
would
was in,
walk
um,
past us, hesitate, turn around. And
But
give
we
us
was in
money.
Vegas too, part of Vegas, northern Vegas, and they're pretty generous. They're handing us $50 bills, $100 bills,
North Vegas is like mostly Spanish, right?
No, it's like
a mixture.
Mixed.
actually it was like Northeast Vegas. and
Okay.
It was an even mix.
Okay.
I noticed the people that came around, it was an
They were
even
nice.
mix.
Yeah.
Very nice there.
That's a cool area. Now Las Vegas has so much homelessness. It's
It
unreal.
was so hot.
But
And
when
like,
we went there, and you hear stories. When we got there, it was calm,
I
Yeah.
quiet.
hated Vegas.
It was-
Downtown, I hated
Yeah,
I saw-
downtown was kind of bad, but it was a lot calmer than I thought it was going to be.
I saw so many people like in wheelchairs in Las Vegas and like they mentally ill. It was like depressing actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
How do you guys like Bakersfield?
it was all right.
it's a big
pretty cool.
city.
It's a big
a
city.
very big city.
There are
and-
some bad parts to it though.
Yeah, there's gangs
It
in
took
Bakersfield.
forever to get out of there.
Yeah, because the downtown bus station is real heavy with homeless, and you would see a lot
Come
of.
better walk.
We left Bakersfield and walked. We went to some city that was like maybe 70 miles away from Bakersfield. We walked the whole way,
Nothing but almond trees.
and then when we got to that little town, turned around, found out there's a bus
that goes there.
right back to Bakersfield. We could have rode a bus out there the whole time.
We walked over 100 miles in the heat.
Yeah,
You guys have been homeless in Florida and in California.
yeah.
Which state do you guys think treats the homeless worse?
Florida.
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 Yeah. They
Um,
got, well, this is the programs are
Full.
they're full. They're not funded right, and then you got that mixed crowd that goes there, but you got that crowd that don't go there because they either got a warrant or they don't want to give up their habit, and it just makes it where the program doesn't work out right.
Like
Yeah.
the HUD housing, you got like almost a year, 2 years of waiting to get into a place.
Mhm.
And all the homeless shelters are full.
But you find that there's churches in the vicinity if you focus yourself and get both of us getting a job,
Mhm.
They're gonna pay for our first and last month's rent.
rent. you
We're
know,
just waiting for our finances to.
Yeah, because the churches are willing to pay the deposit on our utilities, first and last month's rent, We just
some
don't want to move
utilities.
in there until we got money to get the furniture and everything like that.
Okay.
So,
Obviously tonight there's snow outside. I mean, there's obviously snow on the ground. I mean,
It was
for the
horrible.
homeless
We
people.
slept with like 8 blankets. We was in a tent during the snowstorm.
Oh my
but
God.
we had an Ozark tent, so it stayed pretty warm.
Did it like collapse once it got enough snow
No,
on it?
we
Or?
kept knocking the snow off of it.
But once the snow built up, it's like an igloo. It makes another thermal blanket because
Yeah.
the wind can't cut through the snow, so it's not as cold in there. as it
Yeah.
is.
It wasn't that bad, but it was bad.
God. So you guys went through this snowstorm. How much snow you guys get up here?
About 5 inches.
About
5 inches. Were you, and your camps and stuff, like, do the cops come out and like slice up the tents and
No,
ruin
they
them?
don't
Or?
mess with us, but they do at some places.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard stories
Yeah,
about
I've heard stories from other people. They
where
slice
they
up their
just tear
tent
it down and
because of activity. Where
Okay.
we was at was in between two businesses.
Yeah.
they know we're
businesses-
there, but nobody messes with us.
Both businesses left us alone. We didn't bother their customers or nothing. Didn't mooch off their power. So everybody left us alone.
Okay. So I mean, it's all about the way you carry yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
because where I live in Sarasota and Branson, every single camp that existed, the cops came through, sliced it with knives.
Yeah.
But then again, like you guys said, it's the type of activity that they're engaged in that draws wrong attention. You guys,
We stay to ourselves. We don't talk to nobody.
yeah,
We had a person roll up on our tent yesterday on a bicycle and said, hey, and I says, we don't speak to anybody. You need to leave.
yeah,
We don't want no company.
yeah. Do people come in when you're out in the tent? So they come and steal you guys' stuff often, or no?
No, nobody's, thank God, so
Yeah,
far
we've been
now.
here now for about 6 months with that tent location, and not one item's been stolen.
Wow. So let me just tell you, be thankful,
Yeah.
because in other part, well, you've lived in Kissimmee, you said,
Yeah.
so you know how it is down.
Kissimmee's rough. But we lived in a motel room for like 3 years in Kissimmee.
Yeah,
He was a maintenance man at a motel, and he
Yeah.
lost his job, and my mother died, and I went through some mental problems and lost my job, and then we wound up being homeless.
yeah.
But we had a hell of an experience traveling this year.
Gotcha.
It was so hot going through Las Vegas, though.
Yeah, 'cause when we first got to Las Vegas, it's that different temperature, and it's like when you open an oven, put your hand in the
That's what it felt like
that
out
heat
there.
sticks to you like that. But after about 2 or 3 months out there, you got used to it. You didn't feel the heat the same.
We hit every splash park we could find.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, coming back to Florida, why Florida?
My family's down.
Family, understandable.
Yeah.
I got my dad in Naples, and I can't afford Florida. It's just a
Then I
difficult
had to
place.
come back and get my ID, so I lost my ID during our travels. Because I don't have a birth certificate and I didn't have a social security card at the time. So I had to come back here because I had the gold star in my ID to get an ID so I could find a job.
So you guys are looking to get out of homelessness.
Oh yeah, we're on the steps on it because about another month of paychecks, we should have enough money to take the church's offer, move into our apartment, have it furnished, and keep our life going.
Okay. The only thing that could prevent that. So you guys
A year
are
ago.
We were
staying
tired
clean
of it.
right now.
We
Yeah.
knew that it was taking us down, so we got away from it and just
Okay.
kept on going.
Thank you so much for doing that for yourselves.
Yeah. And did it without a rehab.
You just
Without a rehab.
willpower.
Yeah. Well, I just know how rehabs are. You just make more connections.
Yeah.
That's all they are.
Wow, that's horrible.
That it is.
But I mean, tonight you're gonna be here.
Yep.
It's nice and warm.
Tomorrow.
And tomorrow.
Probably 4 more days after that because my paycheck I get paid.
So you're
And
both
the paper
working.
to win.
You're both working right now?
Yeah. He just got his job and I've been working at my job.
Yeah, I got a
since-
job. Be working in the butcher's
I
department.
work
Wow.
at
That was my first occupation. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're both working. Congratulations.
Thank
you.
And it's not fancy, but how long you guys known each other?
8 years.
8 years.
Eight and a
8
half years, almost 9.
Were you guys homeless when you guys met?
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a trailer and I took her in.
Okay. And now you're working. You're staying away from the stuff that'll keep you on the streets.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you guys are a success story in the making.
Amen.
And I mean, I'm surprised by the fact that in 6 months nobody's bothered your stuff because, like, in the part of Florida I am, it is so bad.
Yeah. If we still living in Kissimmee, they would have been gone by now. Whenever we left, we had all kinds of stuff and we hid it.
Mm-hmm.
We packed all of our stuff out of the room and we hid it.
Yeah.
And we went to go fly a sign. A couple hours later, we went back. Everything was gone.
Crazy.
They stole our computers and everything.
You're never ever to get. You're not ever able to get back on your feet if you're like that, right? Because if it's a
We
never.
just learned to stop that from happening. Don't associate with no one. We didn't associate with no one, and our lives got better and better and better as we traveled around.
Don't trust nobody when you're
Not about not trusting, it's just not associating. Focus on our direction and improve it, and that's all we did.
Yeah. So you guys up here have been able to find enough stability. I mean, obviously in Kissimmee you would have never been able to recover off the streets.
No, there's too much going on in Kissimmee.
Too much activity between the homeless and the motel life. Those two is just got
It's a
so
trap.
Too much violence there. God,
Yeah,
those
too
people
much
get
corruption
shot every other
to get
day
a better
there.
start.
Have you guys ever seen a movie? It was filmed in Kissimmee. It's called The Florida Project.
No.
Nah.
If you ever get on YouTube, it's called The Florida Project. It's about a homeless mother with babies. So if you remember the name Florida Project,
Okay.
it's a movie about a homeless
Okay, I'll have
woman.
to look into it.
Sometimes it's on it's on
I like
YouTube.
watching movies
Yeah.
like that.
It's called The Florida Project. I definitely recommend it. It was filmed in Kissimmee, about a mother.
It's 27, not for 41.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I get them all
'Cause
confused.
it goes that way.
Yeah, but there's one road that 192. Is
Yeah,
it 192? That's the
192.
one I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was filmed on 192. It's called The Florida Project.
Wow.
It's a cool movie about a woman who was homeless in Kissimmee with kids, and you know what she was doing to pay their
That's
hotel room.
hard.
Horrible. What would you? I'm gonna ask you guys some questions that are just generic that I ask everybody, and then we'll wrap up the interview. What makes you guys happy every day?
Each other.
And
God.
knowing that the steps that we accomplished within at least the past month, there's no sadness to fall back on. It's like nothing but happiness forward. Both of us getting a job,
Yeah.
seeing that our finances are going to a direction that we're going to have keep a roof over
Yeah,
our
we're not
heads.
starving.
That happiness is pulling us forward.
We
instead
wake
of-
up every morning.
Yeah. The happiness is pulling us forward instead of sadness setting us back.
Beautiful. In the time that you guys have been panhandling and on the streets, what's the nicest thing someone ever did for you guys?
Gave us $100 bill.
$100 bill
Wow.
was nice.
Where was that?
That was in northeast Las Vegas,
Vegas.
and then it happened in Nashville.
Then here, I was flying the sign on the end of it, and he said, "Have you been blessed today?" I said, "No, I sure haven't." He goes, "Here's $50 bills. You just got blessed."
Awesome.
And the churches, they gave us bus tickets to get back to Florida.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something that helped out a lot too. We had a couple of churches do the travels that paid for bus tickets.
Yeah.
As to travel.
Because at the end of the day, your family's in Florida. Do you have family in Florida?
No, Kentucky.
Kentucky. I was just in Eastern Kentucky, and it's a mess up there. The problem in Eastern Kentucky, it's bad. It's affordable,
Yeah.
but I don't know what makes people so depressed up there.
I guess it's the amount of snow out time. There's jobs are just that you got that seasonal job, so you got that whole cutoff time during the winter. Jobs are so hard, so people that are struggling and stuff like that get that pattern of losing so many jobs that they find another job.
Yeah. So you guys in this part of Florida have found a stability
Yeah.
that you haven't found in other parts of the country.
Yeah.
What was probably the roughest place to be homeless out of all places you've lived?
Las Vegas. We barely
Roughest.
made any money out there when it was downtown Las Vegas.
The worst place?
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
Yeah. When you got to the outskirts of Las Vegas,
Yeah.
it was nicer.
Okay.
We
Like,
made more money,
mhm.
but the job opportunities out there were different. It's like they paid more, but it was more strict on the hiring. Like you go to McDonald's, $20 an hour. KFC, $20 an hour, convenience store.
Yeah.
But they were so strict on the hiring, it was hard to get hired because you were homeless.
Yeah. So the problem with a lot of places won't even hire the homeless. It's like people
No, they
say
look
get
at
a
like-
get a job, but then try to get a job when you're homeless, and most people won't
My
help
job
you.
is Miss Karen, and I told her my whole story about me being homeless and everything. She goes, I'm going to give you a chance. And I've been there since November.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. So
Yeah.
you guys have found a good little come up here.
Yeah.
I hope you guys continue. And you know the one thing that will drag you back, you know, so
yeah.
stay off that.
Yeah.
Don't let that drag you back.
No.
You guys have so much to live for. And on my YouTube channel, we'll be rooting for you guys.
Thank
Do you guys have a Cash App?
He does.
No,
Well,
I didn't get no access to my cash app.
You don't have it right now?
No.
Okay, because I always like to ask people that in case somebody watching the video.
No.
You don't have a
I
Cash
got
App?
a cash app card, but I can't get signed into it because I forgot my password.
Okay. All right.
So.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time.
but I have an address they can mail.
Do you really have a physical?
Yeah.
Is it a friend's address?
Yeah. 21 Walter Martin Road, Northeast, Fort Walton Beach, 32548.
Okay.
General delivery.
General-
Lindsay Tate.
Nancy?
Lindsay. I like
Lindsay, I'm
the
sorry.
S-A-Y.
Lindsay, you said Lindsay K.
T-A-I-T.
Okay. Say it one more time in case I missed it.
21
Uh-huh.
Walter Martin Road, Northeast, Fort Walton Beach, Florida, 32548. Lindsay Tate, T-A-I-T, General Delivery.
All right, cool. So anybody can send whatever they got to send you there.
Yeah.
Hopefully they help you. Thank you guys so
Stick it in a
much.
little envelope.
Stick it in an envelope. Is a check better so nobody tries to steal it?
That's
I don't
right.
know.
Don't matter.
Whatever they
Don't
feel
matter.
safe doing.
You got your license back so if it's a check you can cash it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I wish you guys the best. Thank you so much. I know I just ran up on you at a hotel. It's kind of weird. But I really appreciate your story.
Thank you so much.
Is there anything else you guys would like to say before I let you guys go?
No, thank you
If
for the
we can do
interview.
it, you can do it.
Yes, that's very important because so many people out here. In the time you guys were homeless, there's a time where you guys felt like you would never get out.
Yeah, me.
Oh, yeah, multiple times. Because,
Sit there and just cry. and
But now you're
cry.
seeing your way out.
yeah, now it's just like nothing but good emotions to work with.
I'm so happy. I wish you guys the best.
Thank you.